Hello everyone, Lawrence here from Unicorn Reviews, and we're not going to waste time. I want to do this entire video during my lunch break. So today we have the Flyhall FC650 4-wheel drive super power racing model series 14 scale buggy for ages 14 and up. Little funny thing is it's actually categorized as games, not sure why, but it is a lot of fun. So it's a 14 scale 2S LiPo 4-wheel drive with actual dampened suspension, decent proportional steering and throttle, brushless motor, basically everything you want from your RC car. If you want to know how big it is, there you go. Also, you do have to buy your own batteries, and instead of 3, it's actually 4 that you need to buy, so keep that in mind. And then of course, yeah, basic functions on there. Blah blah blah, nobody really cares. Let's get rid of the box because I have the actual car over here. As you can see, 14 scale, but it's like a proper buggy. What's really nice is in the box you also get your remote. So I'm actually going to focus on that real quick. And it's just like a normal, pretty cheap feeling plastic lightweight remote, but you do get your trims on there, inverse, and of course power toggle. Nice little rubber wheel on there for your cornering action. Also in the box, and I did not know this, you get extra tires. So if you want to go from buggy to like monster truck, it's included in the box itself. What's also included in my box was a spare battery. So it comes with either 1 or 2 of these little 1600 milliamp hour 2-cell LiPo 7.4 volts, and of course it also comes with the world's tiniest cute little charger that actually just uses the balance leads to charge. It's nice and it works, and you can plug it into a USB power bank, for example, which is really handy if you're on the go or if you're on holiday and you don't have your big LiPo charger with you all the time. So that's really nice to have. But let's get rid of this stuff and actually look at the car, because I accepted this review offer from Banggood, not really expecting a whole lot, but actually this thing so far has been really pleasantly surprising. But I've only driven it in the garden, but everything is very nicely made and metal and adjustable, and basically it feels like a proper RC car, except it only comes in at the price of an RC car remote if you go with the big brands. So let's take this little just tiny little piece of Lexan off, and in here you have your basic stuff. So we have the motor over here, little heatsink on the motor, your ESC over here, little fan on there. It's not censored or anything, it doesn't have to be that at this sort of price range. And then your power switch, and this is actually a little annoyance, the power switch is right here, so you kind of have to take the shell off just to access it, because the last thing you want to do is like come up from here and put your finger in the fan, even though it's the world's cutest, tiniest little fan. I'm actually going to zoom you in now. Doesn't zoom very much, this camera, but you can see these are like actual dampened suspension. So you can adjust the ride height of them. I have them right now the way they came out of the box, but you can adjust your ride height, and everything's aluminium. So you have aluminium skid plate or chassis, aluminium lower links, aluminium lower links in the front as well, aluminum shock towers or aluminium shock towers. The shocks themselves are made out of metal as well. And then you have your camber links. Those are metal with plastic end caps. Same for the rear. And your steering links / toe links here in the front. No toe links in the rear, but you do get camber links in the rear. Now, the battery goes over here. And the thing with these tiny little batteries is, well, they are tiny. So they just go in like so. Little rubber pad here in the bottom so you can put them in nicely. Just put the battery in. The Velcro strap's already there. Boom, your battery is now in. I should probably put it in a bit tighter, but you guys get the point. Then a little T-style or Dean's connector on here to plug in your vehicle. Little antenna over here. I'm not thinking this is waterproof. It doesn't say that it's waterproof anywhere, and it is raining, which is why I'm trying to rush this video to get a little bit of dryness, but I'm afraid that's not going to happen. So let's turn on the remote, turn on the car. Boots up right away. So to get an idea of how quick the steering is, as you can see, very little delay, very quick steering as well. The fan like ramps up after a while and it gets louder and louder and louder. And then the throttle, I'm sure the differential and the gears like that a whole lot, but it's very responsive from what I can tell so far. But yeah, great build, like metal drive shafts, everything's metal and aluminium where it needs. So guys, we're here where I tested the Corelli Python, and also where I tested the Arma Big Rock. This time though the car is a lot smaller. I've been driving it a little bit just so that I'm not completely making stuff up when I talk about how it drives, and so far it's going all right. The terrain is a bit rough, the grass is a bit long, but the car is, you know, doing well. Nice little save there. It's not super fast, but that's also because it's just really rough terrain out here. I mean, it's not really rough, it's just rough when your car's a 14 scale. I'm guessing about 35-40 kilometers an hour here. I think it should do 50 when you get the big wheels on. Maybe on some asphalt or something. But out here it's doing all right. It's holding its own, and I guess if the grass wasn't so long, then it would be a lot better. I can definitely feel that the battery is struggling with the cold a little bit, and that the car is absolutely disgusting. To be honest, I'll be surprised if it survives this little filming session. But so far so good. Now, one of the things that I'm worried about with cars like this is, despite them being built really well and really fun to drive and they're fast and upgradable in, you know, some way, I do wonder how difficult it is to get a new suspension tower or a new lower steering linkage, for example, if you do end up breaking it. I couldn't find any spares. Or I could find spares, but not the big parts. So I could find some wear items on the Banggood store, but when I break my Arma or my Corelli, I have a new part in an hour and a half if I go to the shop to buy it. And I do wonder if cars like this end up as, well, basically e-waste once you smash it into a pole once. That said, it is like 140 euros or something. I'll put the actual price up on screen right now. So you can maybe afford to, you know, get multiple cars, but from an environmental standpoint, I just don't like having it be hard to service. That said, these cars are quite popular actually. There are some aftermarket parts, but you know, whether or not they'll be in stock and available 1-2 years from now, that's a different question. However, that's basically the only thing I can really hold against it. The car is incredibly fun to drive. It's a bit understeery, and you know, you can tune that out with the suspension that is fully adjustable, and everything's fully adjustable with this car, which is great. But yeah, the only negative I can really say about it is what in 1 or 2 years. You know, if you buy a Traxxas in Arma, you'll be able to get parts a couple years down the road, but with Flyhaul, I don't know. Anyway guys, that was it for me. I want to thank Banggood for sending me this little dirt mud collector. I have links in the description below. They are affiliate links. Banggood asked me to join their affiliate program for this. Honestly, I don't care if you use my links or if you just buy it, you know, with someone else's link or without any affiliate link. But please just check out the links in the description below. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!